Learn Photoshop Elements. How to learn Photoshop Elements by conquering layers. In my opinion, absolutely the very best feature of photo modifying software programs like Photoshop Elements would be the Layers color palette. Working with layers offers you so much flexibility to use different elements on your layout design without inadvertently ruining some other part of the digital graphic. So, in case you are only becoming familiar with layers, here are the 10 best ideas to learn Photoshop Elements by mastering layers. So, at all times create a copy of your initial layer just before altering it. Then, if you do not really like the way it has ended up, you are able to dispose of it, as well as easily begin anew on yet another backup of the original. To produce a fresh layer, click on the New Layer symbol towards the top left of the Layers color palette. A new layer will show up directly over the layer you currently have on the go. To copy a layer, activate the layer by clicking on it within the Layers color palette and drag to the New Layer image at the very top left in the palette. To view or conceal your layers, just click on the eye icon beside the layer thumbnail inside the Layers palette. This is handy if you're attempting to make decisions about the merits of varying components of your layout. You are able to simply toggle their visibility and invisibility, so you can very easily examine the appearance of diverse changes. Make use of the Layers Styles and Effects color palette, which is typically found above the Layers color palette, and is the perfect tool to apply diverse styles, for example, drop shadows or even special effects with photographic properties to change photos to sepia, or you can even add a colored shade. In order to rotate the layer, but not the entire graphic, be sure you make use of the Layers Control part at the bottom of the Image Rotate menus. Maintain each individual element on a separate layer. Each time you drag a new element into your layout, Photoshop Elements will instantly add it to a new layer. But when you add your own elements, for example using the Select tool to make a journal box that you can load with colouring before adding your text content, be sure you do so on a brand new layer. That means you can transfer them around the page as well as resize them without affecting other elements. Attempting making your own personal backgrounds through placing two different backgrounds on top of each other within the Layers palette. Then, by making the top one active, click the Blending Modes pop-up menu, top left in the Layers color palette, and play with the different choices inside that menu. You are able to create some really great effects this way. In case you're planning to alter color and/or contrast, use an adjustment layer. Open the layer you want to adjust, click on it within the Layers palette, then click on the black and white circle symbol next to the new layer icon at the top of the Layers color palette. Select the type of adjustment you want to make, such as hue saturation, and then make changes inside the adjustment layer. This will take effect on the layer beneath, but the wonderful part about doing your alterations in this way is that your adjustment settings are stored and you can easily change them, even after you've stored and reloaded your file. So finally, now go and learn Photoshop Elements by watching some professionally made video tutorials for beginners. And to grab your free report on Beginner's Guide to Elements, make sure you click on the link below the arrow, or you can visit www.learnelementsnow.com/blog/report. Thank you.